Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Stationeers. In one of the previous episodes we started actually heating up the gas using a atmospheric kit thingy-majingy, and it didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. It actually took way too long to pressurize the base properly, so I thought I'm actually gonna revamp the system once again, using different things. So what we basically now have once again is the system with the gas mixer only and then a passive vent. And right here, underneath here, I have the circuitry that is responsible for that. And of course I had to switch it up to gas mixer once again. So we did that in a previous episode, so I'm not gonna explain how we did it. But this is essentially the situation. We could start pressurizing the base right now if we shut this off. And what we should be seeing is the base going to 100 kilopascals of pressure. However, it's gonna be cold as heck. Now here I made a couple of things for myself. We have a sensor kit, we also have a couple of wall heaters. So I thought what we could attempt is actually place another sensor maybe right here. But this one needs to be like a heat sensor. Oh, look at that, there's actually a motion sensor, but maybe it's actually the gas sensor that can do the same thing. So maybe I didn't even need another sensor, because we could potentially set the gas heater to actually read the temperature instead. However, we can start setting up these wall heaters. They only require a little bit of power and they will generate some heat for us, so that is good. I'm gonna set up 3 of those guys so they can actually go a little bit quicker. Now that was one of the suggestions, to actually heat up the air with wall heaters instead of doing it with the pipes through atmospheric machines. I don't know if this is going to be slower or quicker than the other method, but it's certainly worth a try. Now before we do anything else, let's just go ahead and start hooking up a few things. I'm gonna need a junction here, and then I guess we can take a normal curve. Yeah, let me just do this quickly. And there we go, everything hooked up, that should be working out. Now let's actually see, is this any good at heating up the air? The base should be closed. Yeah, we still have a little bit of pressure. You can see the temperature is minus 25 degrees at the moment. But maybe we don't have enough kilopascals of gas present in order to efficiently heat it up. I'm just gonna assume it's something like that. So before we do anything else, let's actually put this to the test. I'm gonna make another save game. There we go. So what we should be able to do is just enable this in order to mix up the gas. Yeah, it should be filling up the room. That is great. So I'm gonna enable the wall heaters and we shall see what that is gonna do with the pressure. The gas mixer should turn off as soon as we reached 100 kilopascals. Now let me actually get my tablet. This doesn't seem right. Okay, this one is going up. Oh yeah, by the way, I also switched up the pressure a little bit. It's now 70% oxygen and 30% nitrogen. And as soon as we have better nitrogen production, I'm also gonna switch this up to the proper amount, which is 80% nitrogen and 20% oxygen. Oh, look at that. The temperature is actually going up pretty nicely. Now the kilopascals on the other side, not as nice. Yeah, it's basically still a slow process, but it does go quicker, considerably quicker. So I don't necessarily regret this yet. However, I'm not sure how long it's gonna take to actually heat up the room. Also, I'm not sure how much energy these guys actually require, but what I do know is that I want to automate this, of course, as well. So as soon as the temperature drops to a certain level, I want these wall heaters to turn on, and once we reach the desired level, we want them to turn off. Let me actually see. We still have a considerable pressure here. However, we are running out of mixture, so once again, we're not gonna reach the desired 100 kilopascals, unfortunately. Obviously, I did waste a little bit of gas occasionally when doing my testings. I think the wall heaters definitely take a strain on the battery. This seems to have gone down much quicker. Let's just make sure we observe this. Ah, there we go. The sun comes up, so we are saved. Guys, we will actually reach the 100 kilopascals mark, so we will see this system shut off and turn on again until we equalized the pressure in the entire base. Okay, we reached 100 kilopascals and this thing is not shutting off. That of course is very bad. Let's see what is going on here. We have this at 100, so, oh, that's reading the wrong thing. Oh, no. Let's shut it off manually for now. Yeah, this should actually read from compare gas, so I did have it on the wrong state. There we go. Now it is at state 0 and therefore it is shutting off. Let me see. It should be shutting off maybe? Yeah, sometimes that's the problem when I activate or deactivate this manually. Anyways, we now have a good pressure, and I believe -8 degrees are actually already a safe temperature, so we could open up our helmet. Oh, another handy thing from the comment section, actually, what we can do is we can use large batteries in any device for some reason. So I can have one large battery in my tablet, and therefore it's gonna run for much longer. Okay, the wall heaters are actually not doing a bad job, I have to say. It's going rather quickly. With just the 3 wall heaters, we are already at -5 degrees or so. Now let me see, is this enough to unlock my mask and open it up? Temperature low. So maybe we have to go above 0 degrees. Well, though it doesn't seem to hurt me very much. Yeah, I don't seem to be taking damage from that. But looking at my battery, even during daytime, we are not regenerating batteries. So these guys are taking an awful lot of battery. So now the question is, should we actually build a system that is taking care of this wall heating automatically or not? We could use this gas sensor here. You know what? I just want to figure this out. Let's make a bunch of logic kits. We're gonna need a logic in and output. Enable the fabricator, thank you very much. And we still are not charging up. Maybe I should have a look at my solar panels. So I just quickly want to check whether or not I will be able to read the temperature. So maybe let's make another junction here somehow. Okay, here we go. We have the gas sensor set in the logic reader. What can we do with it? We can measure pressure or temperature, that is good. Ratio, oxygen, and a bunch of other things, I remember now. So we do want to read from the temperature, obviously. And if we enable this, then it is 271. What? That's crazy. What's that supposed to mean? Does something happen when I enable a wall heater? Oh yeah, it is going up. So, oh, how do I read this then? I guess maybe let's set it to 300 or so. We just want to have a reading of 300. And once we get that, we want to disable the wall heaters. So that means we're going to need a compare gate and also a writer, a batch writer. Alright, here we have our batch writer. We should be able to hook everything up that is necessary here. And last but not least, a logic processor. You know what? Maybe I actually fried a couple of my circuits once again. This could very well be, to be honest with you. Right, last but not least, we need a compare unit, and this can go right there. Why the heck not? Compare unit. Okay, let's take apart a couple of cables and start hooking stuff up, I guess. Alright, there we go. Everything is hooked up. We already prepared the logic reader. All we have to do is read from that by comparing it to a number. So I guess I still need a memory unit, to be honest with you. Right, I guess this is good as a spot as any for our memory logic unit. What I want here is, as I said, 300. We're just going to try with this setting, and now of course we want to compare that. So logic memory, maybe we should rename that. And this is memory temperature. And now of course we want to search for that here. There we go, memory temperature, and the second input we want is our logic reader here. So obviously I want to rename this as well to reader temperature. And that is going to be our second value right here, and it's right in the beginning of the list, which is great. So as long as reader temperature is below the memory, which means we have to say greater. As long as the memory is greater than the actual temperature, then we want to send a signal. So if we enable this, we should see state 1. Exactly. And the batch writer, of course, is going to enable all the heaters in this case. So we want to read from the compare unit here, compare temperature. So we also have to rename this, of course. Compare temperature. Compare temperature. There we go. So what is the output? The output is going to be our wall heaters. There we go, wall heater, and we want to turn them on. Beautiful. Okay, since we are below 300, as you can see here, as soon as I turn this on, we should see our wall heaters turn on as well. And then the temperature is going to go up, as we can see here. It's going slowly though. But once we reach the 300 mark, then it's going to stop. So I guess let's just try to observe this. Maybe 300 is actually too much, to be honest with you. Let's go down to 280 for the time being. Another thing I would like to prepare is the better cabling. We need lots of it. The cable coil heavy. I'm gonna make about 20 or so of them for the time being. We need them for the solar panels. Oh, this actually requires tons of gold. We cannot really do that. But I do have the suspicion we have another fried circuit somewhere. Okay, we have almost reached our temporarily desired temperature at 280, whatever that means. It is about 5 degrees Celsius. That's not too shabby. I want to bump this up slightly, but for this test, this should be good. And there we go. Are we gonna turn off stuff? Yes! Okay. Now, of course, it's occasionally turning on and off until the air is properly distributed. But that is the same thing with the gas mixer as well. So I guess now that we know this basically functions, let's maybe bump this up to 285 and see what we get temperature-wise. Good. With that out of the way, let's shut off this machine and I'm gonna fix my freaking solar panels. Ah, this is so great. Here I can actually see stuff happening. And of course, close mask. That was a bad idea. Huh, though looking at this, none of these cables are actually fried. So I'm not sure what the heck is going on. Oh yeah, look at that. This is actually going pretty quickly and hopefully the gas mixer turned on again if we went below 100 kilopascals here. Actually, we didn't. We are already at a cozy 8 degrees at the moment. Okay, looking at this, I think we can risk going to 290, but it is not necessary to be honest with you. But still, I want it to be more than 10 degrees. Let's bump this up to 290 and then I'm actually gonna be happy. So we're gonna close this off again. We should also be able to put our walls back just like that and make this look beautiful again. I still wonder what we can do with these corners here. Also, this sensor, I don't really need it anymore, so I'm actually gonna produce a bunch of ingots. My furnace system is working again from the looks of it. So let's actually recycle this sensor and get some more products out of it. We can actually see when the centrifuge is done as soon as the furnace turns on. There we go. Okay. Now we need to be a little bit careful, we're gonna run out of power very soon, so I'm not sure what I should do. We need more solar panels, I just don't believe it. Oh yeah, power is critical, I definitely have to shut this off until the next day. It's still good that I can actually manually do this, you know? But all of my logic units obviously also take some power and it's just crazy. The sun is not coming up anytime soon, I don't think so. Oh, actually we have a large battery cell here. So why don't I start exchanging that? Of course, because we don't have power. Idiot. But I can take my small cell here and already throw that into the recycling bin. And we take the large one here and put it right there. So you can actually see this is working. Never gonna use small batteries anymore. We're slowly but surely gonna exchange them whenever we need to. Okay, it is finally daytime again. I think I'm gonna add one more solar panel just to be sure. Kit solar panel, there we go. Please create one very quickly. Jeez, we are lacking the materials. That is unfortunate. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to live with that for just one more day and we're gonna go on a little mining trip just for, what do we need? Iron, copper, I guess that's gonna be it. Iron and copper. Maybe a little bit of gold if I come across it. Ah, we have a little bit of iron here we can already start cooking up. And then what are those things? Those are the nickel, so I guess we're gonna cook them up as well. Oh, then this mining belt is actually also completely full. This is crazy. Insanity, I tell ya. So maybe we don't even have to go on a mining trip, to be honest with you. I even have some gold with me. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this actually cook up, and what are we gonna do in the meantime? Oh yes, we're gonna enable the heaters again just to see them turn off with the system actually. Okay, there we go. We actually see them turn on and off right now. This is great. And they're gonna permanently turn off once we reach the desired temperature in the entire room, of course. Let me actually see, do we now have the materials? No, we're still missing the copper, but of course it's still smelting up here. So I shouldn't be too impatient. Though battery is really critical. Maybe we can help it out with some more coal here. Oh, the smelting process is already done, but this cannot really be the case, can it? This is making me very, very suspicious. Let me shut this off very briefly and we're gonna go outside. Yeah, there we go. It didn't reactivate it. Ah, the device is not powered. What are you talking about? You know what? Let me actually depressurize the base one more time. We're actually gonna get rid of everything here right now and just filter it out for the time being. There's still a couple of things I want to fix before we make this permanent. Oh yeah, all the gases go back into my system. We do not want to waste. No sir, no. So my suspicion is whenever I actually save the game and reload it, all of these guys are gonna turn on, because that's what happened with the gas mixer. That might be an issue if we don't have the base pressurized, don't want it pressurized, and we are saving outside somewhere, relogging, then we might actually experience the thing turning on by itself. But that's fine, we can basically live with it. That's so weird. Why are you turned off? Let's see. Somewhere here, there must be a fried circuit. It just has to. Huh. Everything looks fine to me. Well, look at all the units we have set up here. This could be a strain on the batteries. Who knows? Yeah, okay. I finally found a fried circuit. This could be an issue. Since it is nighttime, maybe let's start taking things apart here a little bit. Yeah, of course, that's totally not the orientation you should have right now. Nothing is working properly here. Let's take our heavy cables and we're gonna exchange them. We're gonna take everything right here that is leading the power into our battery, and therefore hopefully we guarantee a better flow. Alright, let's see if we actually have enough heavy cables. I kind of doubt it, just 10 pieces. But that was all I was able to craft. Yeah, I'm already out and I could barely hook up 3 of these guys. Oh man, oh man. Now the question is, can I hook it up like that, just temporarily? We might risk burning a couple more cables, but at least we could build the missing heavy cables. Yeah, I guess let's just wait for daytime and see what happens here. You know, more logical would be to actually have the heavy cables up to this point and then the rest with normal cables. You know, because with each solar panel we add, we have to accommodate a heavier load. So I'm gonna do that as long as I still have time during the night. Something along these lines. Now we have the heavy cables right here, where we have the highest power flow, but I'm not really sure if the game works like that. Okay, it is getting daytime, we don't have another fried circuit, and hopefully right now we are charging up again. But it doesn't look like, actually. Yeah, the solar panels are definitely not going for it. Darn it, I destroyed my game! Why is this happening? Let's actually do some network analyzing here. Just need my cartridge and we need to enable this. So, actual, potential, whatever the heck. Okay, we have devices hooked up here. I don't understand. Can I, for instance, charge up my battery here if I take this? Is this charging up? The door is also powered, so that kind of makes me suspicious that somewhere along here we might have another fried circuit and I just don't see it. Aha! Oh man, this is so annoying. Why did this happen? Of course nothing goes right. Let's get rid of that and swap it with one of those. Okay. Okay, stop. That's not what you're supposed to do. Stop that! Okay, are we smelting up stuff again? No, not yet. Even though we should. There we go. Okay, I activated it. So is it basically random where the freaking circuits fry and why they fry and when they fry? Also, the solar panels are still not doing what they are supposed to. Aha! Okay, we have yet another fried circuit. Holy bejeez. I don't really understand how this works just yet. There we go, finally. Okay. We still have half of the day left. But man, that was not good. You know what? For a little bit, I'm actually gonna leave this open right now. I just want to observe why and when this happens, so I know exactly what to do in order to prevent this. But other than that, I think I'm just gonna leave it be at that. I'm gonna play a little bit off camera in order to figure a couple of things out. But with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm going to catch you in the next episode. Bye bye.